I've got 5 great recipes for cooking perfect Brussels sprouts, and they ain't your mama's boiled Brussels. I'm starting with a great alternative to your green bean casserole this holiday season. I'm making a Brussels sprouts casserole. I'm gonna start by par-cooking my Brussels in boiling water, then I'm gonna add them to my saute pan with bacon, because bacon plus Brussels equal a perfect pair. Now we'll just add our Brussels sprouts and bacon right to our casserole dish. Yeah. To this, I'm just gonna pour over some cream and then sprinkle it with Parmesan cheese, breadcrumbs, and dot it with some butter. Into the oven we go, 400 degrees, till it's good and bubbly. Look at this. Cheesy and bubbly and gooey. That's what I'm talking about. This is the perfect side dish to put next to your roasted turkey or chicken or ham for that matter. This is amazing. Just look at that bowl of goodness right there. You can tell just by looking at it which one's the perfect bite. No wonder this recipe has 5 stars. Have you ever thought of Brussels sprouts as snacks? We're gonna turn the precious outer leaves into Brussels sprouts chips. I've removed the outer leaves from the Brussels sprouts, so I'm gonna toss them with a little bit of olive oil, Dijon mustard, salt, and crushed red pepper. Give that a whisk. I'm gonna toss our leaves in. I've got a good non-stick sheet pan. You can also line your pan with foil. Spread them out in an even layer. You don't want them all stacked on top of each other, so you want them separated so they get good and crispy all around. Bake these at 325 for about 15 minutes till they're good and crispy. Take a look at these chips and just listen to this. Hear that crunchiness? That's what I'm talking about. They're salty. They're a little bit spicy. Move over potato. There's a new chip in town. Next up, Brussels sprouts on pizza. Oh yes, I did. Sometimes you're looking for a little something different, and this is just the ticket. I've roasted my Brussels sprouts with just a little olive oil, salt, and pepper, and now I'm gonna finish up my onions. I've got my red onions going with just a little olive oil till they're nice and beginning to caramelize. I'm gonna help out that caramelization by adding a little brown sugar, and then I'll deglaze the pan with some balsamic vinegar. This is gonna create a little syrupy onion in a good way. Balsamic plus Brussels sprouts is just a natural pairing. Gonna brush my crust. Of course, I started with a store-bought pizza crust. Who's got time to make their own? Drizzle it with a little olive oil. Down with my onions. This is just that kind of pizza you want when you just want to enjoy a little something different. Put that frozen pepperoni pizza in the oven for your kids. Enjoy this with a nice bottle of white wine. Now the Brussels sprouts, because I want every bite to have a little bit of this balsamic onion next to the Brussels sprout. Might just call it the perfect bite pizza. Now for another salty component, I'm gonna add little bits of prosciutto and feta cheese. Now a little mozzarella just to bring it all together. You gotta have a gooey cheese on here. I'm going in a hot oven, 450 degrees for about 15 minutes. We need that crispy crust. Roasted goodness right here. If you enjoy roasted Brussels sprouts, then you will absolutely love this pizza. Crunchy crust, crunchy Brussels. Forget that boiled stuff. Finish it off with a fresh sprinkle. I'm going with thyme because it really just goes with these fall flavors. Let's dig in. Oh, that's good. Dare I say I don't miss the tomato sauce? Dang. This pizza truly is the ultimate perfect bite, all around. For a crunchy and delightful no-cook way to enjoy Brussels sprouts, salad. I've got my Brussels sprouts shaved, so I've just taken a knife and sliced them really thin. Don't be scared to eat these Brussels sprouts raw. It's similar to cabbage, but better. I'm gonna start by making the dressing in the bowl and then toss everything together. Start with some shallots and Dijon mustard, a little bit of honey for sweetness, apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna whisk that together and then whisk in my oil. Season it up with a little salt and pepper. Perfect. We've got our tanginess. Now we're gonna add our crunch with our Brussels sprouts, sunflower seeds, pine nut, and some little pepitas, crunchy apple, dried cranberries, and sliced almonds. Give her a toss. Look at that. That is beautiful. Make this salad, pick up a rotisserie chicken. This is a great no-cook fall supper. Finish it off with some cracked pepper. The salad just makes me smile. And for my final trick, a simple skillet roasted Brussels sprouts. This is the perfect side dish any time of year. Comes together in less than half an hour, and it's just good. I like to cut my Brussels sprouts into thirds because it gives you tons of surface area to brown, and we know that browning equals flavor. As a kid, the only way I had Brussels sprouts, and I didn't even hate them, was just boiled, and then my mom would kind of douse them in some apple cider vinegar. I didn't hate it. Also gonna chop up some green onions to have them ready because this dish comes together in no time. Started by cooking some bacon in a skillet till it's nice and crispy. This is gonna be our topping at the end. Gonna drain that on a paper towel, and we're gonna use the drippings to cook our Brussels. I'll add some butter into our hot bacon drippings. I'll add some pine nuts in, get them nice and toasted, along with my Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna get them all coated in the fat, and then I'm gonna leave them alone so they get nice and brown on one side. Season it up with a little salt and pepper. These are about done. Now we're just gonna finish it off with those bright, fresh green onions. And that's it. Yes, you can see the flavor. Finish it off with that bacon. This is that something different for a side dish that your weekly menu's been missing. Gotta get a little bit of everything. You will never eat a boiled Brussels sprout ever again. From chips to pizza, these recipes can convert even the pickiest of eaters. I'm telling you. You can find all of these recipes and more at allrecipes.com, so be sure you're subscribed so you never miss a thing. In the meantime, when it comes to the best Brussels sprouts ever, you can cook that. Think you hate Brussels sprouts? Think again.